children. Today we are going to see chapter number 1, geography, that is resource. First we see the introduction. Anything that can be used to satisfy a need is a resource. This sentence speaks lots of this chapter. There are almost unlimited examples on this planet that can be covered in this sentence. Let us go through some of the basic examples. If the water you drink when you are thirsty and electricity that we use in our house, it is resource. And again, in this way we can use a transport when you come in the bus from home to school or anywhere you go, that is again resource. So this is also we can going to study and this in this chapter, right? So that means water, electricity, vegetables, all these things, some of the things are common that we are using, that is nothing but resource. Utility. Utility means they provide us utility. What is mean by utility? Utility means we use them. How we use them in the different that we think, and I consult about it. We use these things, we just not for to keep a stock, therefore a utility or we can say availability. So we used to, they are not in full of stock, we not keep all the stock in the stock, so we utilize every day. There is a use for us, right? So what is making the object, an object or substance, the resource is required, so we used to use. So how does something become a resource? Now something is becoming a resource. What? We need them, we satisfied our needs, this thing. So how do we do something resource? You are going to school and getting knowledge, but you are not applying this thing, that is a big question. So I must say, I always remember the things become resource when we have a value or resources have some value. If you are not using your knowledge, there is nothing is, your parents are spending money and you are coming for school but not using your knowledge anywhere else. So what is the use of that? So the resources is more important when there are values. So we have to pay the value on them. So all these resources have a value, right? Value means worth. So some resources have economic value and some do not have a meaning. Now, of what are the two types of values here? Economic and value and non-economic value. Now, what is economic value? Economic value means where it is useful for the country economy, like for the GDP. Because if it not productive and not part of a big chain of circulation of money, then is no use. So you are not want to add you have to add a economic value. Suppose something which is raise the economy of the country, that is called economic value. Like example, metal. All metal, gold, iron, all these are the valuable things which raise the economy. By that you have to spend the money to purchase it. Okay. So just in taking the example of the economic value, I told you, and if other is non-economics, landscape. Now what is landscape? I think so, like the gold, and you can give the money, right? It is a metal and these things you can, but other hand you can see the beautiful landscape, mountain, no one asks you money. In some time you pay it when you go in any exhibition, when you go on any site, but not that much, no. But mountain, when you see the mountain, anyone ask you money for this? So both are the important and satisfied our human needs, right? So there are some other resources, those are economy and value with the time. So for one more example I can give you, that your grandmother home remedy. If you are not feeling well, your grandmother gave you some medicine and it is so good, but you not ask the remedy of that. You not ask the what is the medicine is there, what is in the medicine. And if suppose your grandmother and you become fit and you started selling this medicine in the market, it become a commercial and you are earning money. So that is the economic needs, right? No commercial value. If your grandmother is giving remedy, there is no value of the commercial value, right? So but If you patent and sold in the market, then it is a value. So it can be economy value, right? Then next point we will discuss time and technology. Time and technology are two important factors that can change the substance into resource. Anything. Now what is the time? To change it's for anything to change, it's require time. And technology means a way. Like I can give you example. Evolution of resources over the time is helped with the technology. Suppose earlier we use some other simple resources, well, but if you are putting in the machine into the well, the water is coming fast. That is a technology. That means the resource was well, but when you put a machine on the resource, it becomes valuable, right? So even you can discover an invention of many years back, but if you are using the technology, suppose if you have a hydroelectricity, that technology turn into the flow of water into resource. So suppose in the modern nowadays the wheel. Now I can give you example of wheel of modern transportation. Earlier we use a wheel as a spinning wheel, or we used to wheel for weaving. But nowadays the wheel are for the modernization. We are taking into wheel into transportation, and we are doing long distance transportation. Even fire also you can look. So there are so many examples by that you can find the time and technology. So I hope you understand the resources, and in the next module we will going to study about the types of resources. Thank you and have a nice day.